Hey everyone, Tommy here. Saturday morning on the veranda. Nice and sunny again. Housekeeping. Smoking my alternation once again. Seem to keep subconsciously going for this pipe rather. I think it is due to the bowl structure though. It's tapered, makes a great flake pipe. It's not a very big bowl, so it does for me when I want a shorter smoke, especially in the morning, you know. I don't often smoke in the morning, but well, it's not really morning anymore. It's 12:30, but it's early for me. But on a nice day, you know, why not? The tobacco of choice is Dan Tobacco Criswell Medium Navy Cut. Now, you'd be forgiven for looking at this packaging and thinking it's a knockoff of Capstan, but it's very different. Capstan's a straight Virginia. This is a Virginia Perique, and this one as well, I would say, is milder in nicotine than Capstan. It's a beautiful smoke. I only opened the tin last weekend and I've nearly smoked the entire tin. It's a good smoke. I will be buying a lot more of it. One to sell. Now, this isn't really a review video. That was the review. That's as far as I'm going with the review on this one. I might do a more extended one another time. I just fancy doing a bit of a pipe chat. A little bit impromptu. But it's been a while. And you know, it's important to do these sort of like little chats, you know, because it can't all be business all the time. And it is a weekend after all. But what made me want to do this chat was it occurred to me over the last couple of days, but not just in my own videos, but in a lot of the other UK presenters' videos. We always have a little section where we talk about the weather. And people might think that's a little bit standard, you know, standard small talk. Other people might think it's quite peculiar. A lot of the international presenters I watch don't do the same thing. And I know it is a peculiar Britishism to talk about the weather quite frequently. And I thought I'd clear up as to why we do that. It's not that we want to talk about the weather. It's not even about the weather really when we're discussing it. So you get people here who don't really know of a safe subject to talk about sometimes, you know. Like in Britain it could be considered quite quite unseemly to discuss polarising subjects with people you're not very well acquainted with. So, for example, if you're just in a pub and you're just chatting with other people in the pub who you don't really know. You wouldn't necessarily discuss politics or religion because they're very polarising subjects. People feel very strongly one way or another, or if they don't have a strong opinion one way or another, they feel incredibly bored by the tedium of the subject. So what are safe subjects to talk about? Well, safe subjects could be sport. You can always discuss sport with someone, but then not everyone's into sport. You could discuss music with someone, but not everyone's into music. You could discuss TV with someone, but not everyone watches TV. But what do we all have in common? The weather. But we don't just talk about it because it's something we have in common. There's always a subtext to it. And the subtext is, they don't mean to talk about the weather, they mean talking about the general outlook on life and how things are going. When people say, "Oh, I heard it's going to rain," what they're really saying is, subconsciously at least, what they're really saying is, things aren't always going to be easy. I hear it's going to rain, I hear it's going to be torrential, I hear there's going to be big storms, high winds, and then the other person will generally respond with, "Yeah, but it shouldn't last long. They say there'll be some good weather again on Tuesday." And what they're saying is, it's not always going to be difficult. There is going to be relief at some point. And really that's the subtext of weather conversations. So when you tune into UKYTPC presenters and we're discussing the weather, although albeit briefly, you are getting a subconscious glimpse into their state of mind at that time. So when they say ice, it's lovely weather, what they mean is it's all good, everything's going okay, the sun's shining, it's not too warm, it's not too cold, I can do whatever I want with my day. I'm not being dictated to by an unstoppable force. And that's a subtext. Another peculiar Britishism. I was explaining this to my girlfriend the other day because she's from Uruguay, so I'm trying to explain to her other peculiarities she notices, and one of which is the English celebrate failure to an extent not a lot of other people appreciate. And I don't mean national failure, I mean other people's failure. The waves of schadenfreude that rattle through this country when someone else fucks up for a change is completely incredible. And we don't do this because we're nasty, horrible people. We do this because we are so used to failing. It's nice to see it when someone else does it. But at the same time, we'll see someone fail and we'll have a laugh about it, but in a friendly way, as if to say, "Don't worry, we've all been there, we've all done it." For example, taking you back to a pub, if a barman is cleaning glasses and he drops one and it smashes, you'll hear people in the pub go, "Way!" And especially in the north, you'll hear someone shout, "Sack the juggler." And you know, yeah, it's a piss take. Yeah, we're having a laugh, but it's not meant with malice. It's just we're glad someone else has fucked up for a change. It takes the heat off us for a brief moment in time. But we're also saying, hey, they laughed at me when I messed up. It's fair game. But anyway, that's my musing for a Saturday morning. Really good. I'll do a proper review sometime. Anyway, with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend. Feel free to take part in the discussion. Comment below. Tell me what other peculiarities you've noticed. Not just about British stuff. About your own area of the world. I'd be interested to hear them. But yeah, take care of yourselves and those around you. And I'll see you all in the next video. Ciao for now.